First of all, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We have Mehreen, director of the film. We have the series. We have Sarwat with us. We also have Shailja Kejriwal. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. How is everyone today?
Thank you.
Very well.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so first, straight off the bat, it's first of the collaborations with Applause and, of course, Applause Entertainment. The global premiere is happening at the Marquee Web Series at the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. How did Farar come along?
I'll start off really quickly. It's based on a telefilm I did in the 90s, late 90s, and decided to expand that into a 6-part series. And it's about 3 female friends who live in a crazy city like Karachi, which is any crazy city, any cosmopolitan city anywhere in the world. And it's about friendship, it's about self-identity, it's about personal growth, it's about letting go, it's about body shaming, lots of issues, but actually a really simple story of pursuing one's dreams and sticking with each other and helping each other through. So that's a really simple premise of the series.
1997, 26 years ago, the telefilm came, and I think it's on YouTube, available on your channel, which was uploaded 12 years ago. How is that telefilm different in 2023 now as we speak for the audiences?
So a lot of, obviously we've expanded, from a 75-minute telefilm into a 6-part series. So a lot of the issues and a lot of the characters are explored much more in depth. I feel the essence of their challenges, perhaps they stay the same, but obviously circumstances change, the world is different. But at the same time, what they're going through, really not much has kind of changed in the last 20 years. And, so I think that's similar, but obviously it's a modern take. It's a much more self-aware, and the population is, these days, I date myself because I was about 12 when I directed that, and now
right. I'll take a note.
People. It's a really interesting woke world. It's a really interesting world where there's cultural divide rearing its head again. So in that context, even in our part of the world, those are the things that make this Farar a little different.
I got a chance to see the BTS, the red Jeep with the water, and of course the trailer is absolutely beautiful. Sarwat, you are one of the 3 strong-spirited individuals that are in the film. How are you similar or different to the other 2 characters in the series?
So the best part about this is that we are also similar and we're also very different. So we have similar issues because we come from the same society. We know the same pressures. We face the pressures every day. We do see body shaming around us. We do see, getting married at an early age kind of pressure around us. We see single mom issues. So we see all those things. Yet what I felt different about my character was that she sort of takes this head on, and she's taking the challenge. She's fighting her family, she's fighting her in-laws, she's fighting all her life situations to keep ahead of time and keep her head high, even after having lost her husband at a very early age. Like Mehreen said, she must be only 16. So it's wonderful to see different dynamics of girls that we see around us and play one of them. Also, I felt like because it's being showcased in Chicago, a lot of South Asian cultures are similar. So we all go through that. And that's the beauty of Farar, that you have the sort of Powerpuff Girls, 3 girls, trying to build in their fantasy together or the life that they want together, yet have similar issues that they have to face.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I think that's a perfect segue because we're showcasing the film in Chicago. It's a South Asian audience living in the United States primarily. Shailja ji, this is kind of geared towards you. First of all, thank you so much for, I guess, spearheading and chiefing the creative aspects of Z and bringing Zindagi to all of us. Really puts a life throughout the globe. In terms of when projects as such are made, obviously it's for the South Asian audiences within the subcontinent and the South Asians living outside, and of course everyone else. Is there any specific strategy or approach where how you showcase your content to a particular audience? Because the problems might be the same that Mehreen was discussing overall, but the way they're kind of looked at or translated or kind of fixed per se within the subcontinent and outside might be different. So how do you decide on how to market, how to approach, and how to gauge your audience?
The primary audience, of course, is the South Asian audience. That is the primary audience. The audience outside of South Asia who live, say, maybe in the US or UK or whatever, they are our secondary audience. We feel that, I always feel that, our problems are very similar, especially Mehreen, and Mehreen has a unique perspective because, she lives out of the US and, she works from Pakistan and so on. So she has that unique perspective of bringing kind of both the worlds together or both the sensibilities together, and that's very interesting to watch. This is my second project with Mehreen. Even when she does something which is very, say for instance, rooted in Karachi centric, even that has a universal appeal because it's just the sensibility that she brings with her. One very interesting thing that I've noticed in Mehreen's work is that that she looks at that her view to all her characters. I mean, she empowers her characters. The characters are not wishy-washy ever. Her characters are not sort of how should I say, lame. So I also feel that, say, the second generation or the first generation of South Asians living elsewhere outside of their countries are equally, if not more, sort of rigid in their views. And maybe sorting it out is different, or maybe there are other ways of. But I somehow feel that whatever Mehreen deals with is pretty universal. I've not really found that ये South Asia में ऐसे होता है लेकिन बाहर कुछ और होता है. I think within the South Asian is pretty sort of similar, the issues as well as how the solutions that Mehreen provides us with.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Mehreen, as the director, what would you want the audience to primarily take away and at least have a conversation after they've seen the 2 episodes per se in Chicago, and then of course the 6 episodes when they come out?
I think primarily I would love for them to be entertained and not bored out of their minds. Firstly, they should really enjoy what they're watching. And after that, I think they need to, I hope that they come away feeling empathetic, they understand the characters, they feel relatable, that they can identify something or the other in those characters within themselves or someone they know. And maybe it's given an insight to things or feelings that maybe they didn't come to terms with, or it opens up something in their minds or someone they know. That's what every filmmaker wants, to get to the deepest, darkest corner of people's hearts and minds. So, that's our aim. Let's see what happens.
What else are we expecting in the near future from Mehreen, Sarwat, and Shailja ji all together?
So there are a couple of other shows that I'm working on, and one of them is by Asim Abbasi, that's called Barzak, and that sort of premiered in Lil this March. There's another one that I'm working on with Kashif, with Segal and Wahaj, and that's sort of premiering in South by Southwest in Sydney next month. So yeah, and there's some in the pipeline, and I guess now once I'm sort of out with all of these, we'll probably sit and once we all meet, and Mehreen and I haven't been years now. That's the other interesting thing, that we work on Zoom, and all productions happen on Zoom. So physically meeting will probably give rise to more ideas and more collaborations.
Mehreen,
Yep.
sir?
Absolutely. I am I will just have lots of stories to tell December onwards. I'm going to be in Pakistan. I have a couple of projects and hoping to trap Shailja when I'm in Chicago in a dark corner and threaten her on one point to do something with me soon. Otherwise,
Very soon. Very soon.
Otherwise.
Very soon.
Loving the camaraderie. Sarwat, please.
So Monty, I'm going to be delivering a baby in January.
Hey, congratulations. God bless. Very nice.
And that's going to be one hell of a feminist affair in the hospital. So it's going to be great. But yeah, I mean, I love working with Shailja, her team. Mehreen she's taught me how to act so much so that I stopped using eyebrows and using my facial expressions lesser, and it's helped me in my career, So, I mean, it's just the fact that these women are so empowering and they're full of these unbelievable stories, and they take out those stories that are around us, but you just tend to, never notice them. So they're very detail oriented, and I'm really looking forward to more of their work, and of course Farar together.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so very, very much. And Chicago, make sure next week, whatever you're doing, stop and attend the festival and watch Farar. I don't care what else you watch at the film festival, but you definitely have to watch Farar. Ladies, thank you so very, very much, Shailja ji, Mehreen, and of course, congratulations, Sarwat, on bringing a new Zindagi to the world. See what I did there?
Yes.
Congratulations, God bless, and I'm looking forward to Farar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monty.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Thank you.